A multimillionaire in Sichuan had his 2-year-old son abducted, and after many years of searching there was still no news. 32 years later, he finally found his son. Unexpectedly, the son was living in a rural village in Hebei, farming and selling vegetables for a living, and his life was extremely miserable. The wealthy couple collapsed in tears after learning the truth. On the day of reunion, the guilty mother personally fed her son dumplings. Wu Jiang, with tears in his eyes, knelt on the ground and ate them all bite by bite. Recalling the afternoon when their son was lost, Mr. Wu and his wife couldn't help but burst into tears. In 1989, the couple's career had just begun, and they were busy every single day, never stopping for a moment. At that time, their younger son Wu Jiang was only 2 years old and couldn't be left alone. So Mr. Wu was responsible for doing business outside, while his wife Wu Zhenghui took care of both the child and the family fruit store. On the day of the incident, as the new year approached, business in the store was unusually booming. Wu Zhenghui was holding little Wu Jiang, who was not feeling well, while also selling fruits. At this moment, a large group of people suddenly poured into the store, each carrying huge bamboo baskets. Afraid the child would be squeezed, Wu Zhenghui casually placed little Wu Jiang in the stroller. After one wave of people left, another 6 or 7 women gathered around. Busy serving customers, Wu Zhenghui didn't have time to look after Wu Jiang. Who would have thought that just after she finished peeling a sugarcane, in the blink of an eye, her son was gone? Wu Zhenghui immediately panicked. The street was crowded with people, bustling and noisy, and the roads were full of pedestrians. Wu Zhenghui frantically shouted her son's name while urgently calling her husband, and asked all relatives and friends to come help find the child. But from morning till night, little Wu Jiang was still not found. Wu Zhenghui's heart jumped to her throat. In the following week, she and her husband searched tirelessly, not only reporting to the police, but also publishing notices in the newspaper. Unfortunately, even after searching all over Dazhou, there was still no result. Thinking of those women carrying baskets in the store at that time, Wu Zhenghui suspected that her son might have been sold to another place. But China is so vast, where could they even begin to look? From then on, countless days and nights, whenever the couple thought of this matter, they would instantly burst into tears. Losing her son became Wu Zhenghui's lifelong pain. Feeling deeply guilty, she wandered the streets every day. Whenever she heard a child crying, she would go and take a look. Over time, Wu Zhenghui was almost mistaken for a madwoman and nearly taken away. Seeing his wife unable to eat or sleep, drowning in sorrow every day, Mr. Wu, as the head of the family, knew this couldn't go on. After all, they still had 2 other children to raise. So he persuaded Wu Zhenghui to lift her spirits and continue moving forward.
你好，你好，欢迎回家。
谢谢，谢谢，谢谢啊！好激动，好激动！是我现在我心特别特别的复杂，那种没法讲，真的。
那走吗？咱们现在回家去看看爸爸妈妈。
啊，肯定是，肯定是。
The 2-year-old son of multimillionaire Mr. Wu in Sichuan was abducted, and 32 years later he was found in a rural village in Hebei. Once the pride of his family, he had fallen to the point of being a farmer for a living, and even because of poverty had not married a wife. The wealthy parents broke down in tears after learning this. Unexpectedly, their son's experiences were even more tragic than they had imagined. So in those 32 years of being abducted, what exactly had he gone through? During all those years of searching for Wu Jiang, the couple's business grew more and more successful. Relying on fruit wholesale, they became well-known multimillionaires in Sichuan. Their elder daughter and elder son were also very successful, studying abroad and now settling in Singapore. But no amount of money could fill the hole in their hearts. Wu Zhenghui said, if in this lifetime they could not find their son, even in death they would not rest in peace. In 2019, Mr. Wu and his wife put the information about their missing son online. With the nationwide reunion campaign, the couple also went to the police station to give blood samples, leaving their DNA in the anti-trafficking system, hoping one day it would match their son. In order for their younger brother to return home as soon as possible, for many years Mr. Wu's elder daughter and elder son also used their connections, posting countless notices online. Altogether there were at least 1,000 posts, all of which sank without a trace. Faced with such repeated setbacks, the family never gave up. When they had money, they searched even farther. Time flew, and 32 years passed. The couple were no longer young, and their only hope was to see their son once more while still alive. Perhaps this deep sincerity moved the heavens. In September 2020, while resting at home, Mr. Wu received a phone call. Volunteers had found a possible match for Wu Jiang in the database. The man was now in a rural village in Hebei, named Lu Yonghe. The volunteers told Mr. Wu and his wife to be mentally prepared, as they were going to do DNA comparison. Seeing the photo sent by the volunteers, the couple burst into tears. The familiar eyebrows and face, at a glance they knew it was their child. Meanwhile, far away, Lu Yonghe still didn't know what was happening. With no love from father or mother, he could only rely on farming to live. Now 34 years old, he was so poor that he had never married. He once thought of going out to work, but although his foster parents were cold, they threatened to kill themselves if he left. Watching the two biological daughters of his foster parents smoothly finish school and settle in the city, carrying years of resentment, one day while selling vegetables Lu Yonghe resolutely went to the police station and left a blood sample. So, was he really the biological son of Mr. Wu and his wife?
感谢我爸爸妈妈这30多年没有放弃我，然后一直在找我，受了好多苦。我今天失态了，好激动，我不知道该讲什么好。
When Mr. Wu learned that his son was living by farming and selling vegetables, he collapsed in tears on the spot. Originally, they thought their son would surely go home with his wealthy biological parents, but unexpectedly, the son hesitated. So what was going on? A few days later, the DNA test results came out. Lu Yonghe was indeed their son. Hearing the news, Mr. Wu and his wife wept with joy, and could not wait to make a video call with Lu Yonghe, tearfully telling him of their longing all these years. In order to welcome Wu Jiang home, the couple quickly bought a house and renovated it, to make up for what they owed their son. Seeing his son's empty hands and neck, the couple specially bought a big gold chain and a gold watch. Their elder daughter in faraway Singapore also called, asking about her younger brother and hoping Wu Jiang could come home soon. On April 28, 2021, accompanied by volunteers, Wu Jiang set off from Hebei to return to his hometown for the reunion. The night before the reunion, Wu Jiang's father and mother were too excited to sleep all night. Early the next morning, the mother made dumplings, while the father polished the gifts prepared for his son again and again, afraid he might not like them. Meanwhile, in the car, Wu Jiang was in tears. He couldn't believe he had finally found his biological parents. As the distance between the two sides grew shorter and shorter, Wu Jiang's father and mother kept pacing at the gate of the community, while the neighbors also gathered to welcome this unfortunate child. Around noon, a car slowly stopped, and a thin man slowly got out. It was Wu Jiang. Seeing his parents coming to greet him, Wu Jiang could no longer hold back his tears. He rushed forward and hugged them tightly, crying loudly, as if to release all the grievances of so many years. His mother, seeing this, held his hand tightly and kept apologizing. Then, in front of everyone, the mother personally fed her son his favorite dumplings. Wu Jiang was very sensible, and knelt down to finish them all bite by bite. After the police read out the identification result, cheers erupted from the crowd. Everyone felt sincerely happy for this family. Seeing the room his parents had prepared for him, Wu Jiang was filled with emotion. The affection he had missed for so many years had finally returned to his side. But what had to come still had to come. Mr. Wu asked his son whether he was willing to stay and live with them. Wu Jiang firmly answered that he was willing. But thinking of the foster parents who had raised him for so many years, Wu Jiang said he would often visit them, and if they ever had difficulties, he would do everything he could to help.
This story tells us a cruel truth. Money can rebuild houses, but it can never buy back the years that were stolen. Wu Jiang's reunion with his biological parents was filled with tears, hugs, and regrets, but it also showed his strength. He chose to return to his biological parents, yet he did not forget his foster parents. Even though that upbringing was not warm or perfect, he still promised to visit them, because gratitude is also part of his heart. And let us not forget another power that moves us deeply, the fact that his parents never gave up. For more than 3 decades, no matter how busy life became, no matter how many years passed, they held on to that sliver of hope, searching again and again, until the day of reunion finally came. And here lies the real controversy. Should he have completely cut ties with his foster parents? Or is his choice today the most difficult yet the most noble answer? To recognize blood while also honoring upbringing? What truly defines family? Is it blood, or is it the ones who gave you food when you had nothing? If it were you, what would you do? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. And if this story touched you, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next episode.